welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on my video. Today I'm going to show you how to get this super easy full face drugstore tutorial. Everything I used was from the drugstore except for my brows. I'll tell you later, you'll hear me say it later. I'm sure there's something you can find at the drugstore, but I didn't want to go shopping. I just used stuff that I already had. Yeah, so excuse my hair and my outfit. I'm just not feeling the best today, and I just wanted to film, but I didn't want to get ready, so yeah, that's what I did. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please leave a like and a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to see how to get this look, just keep watching. Okay, so to start today, I'm going to take the NYX Photo Loving Primer. This is really good for smoothing your skin and kind of erasing the pores, so I'm just going to take it and press it into my skin. And I already have moisturized and cleansed my skin. You always want to make sure you do that before your makeup. Okay, now for foundation, I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth, and this is in the shade 112 Natural Ivory. And I figured since this is a drugstore tutorial, I'll take my Real Technique sponge instead of my beauty blender. Actually, no. First, I'm just going to take it on a flathead foundation brush. Oh, that's a lot. And I'm just going to pack it on. So since this is, well, it was a little darker, so I just dragged it, I don't know, I put it on my neck. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take like a tiny bit more, like just basically what fell off or fell out on my sponge. It's really damp. And I'm just going to go over everything with this to make sure it's really nicely blended. A little trick I learned is to keep blending with your beauty blender even after your foundation looks fully blended. And it really works to make your foundation look more skin-like, and it helps it to stay on longer. I don't know, it just works. Okay, so next I'm just going to spot conceal any areas I would feel like needs a little more coverage. And I'm just going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I believe it's all rubbed off. Hold on, I have a new one right here. Yeah, Fit Me Concealer. This is in the shade 15 Fair. I'm just going to dot that on and blend it out. And to blend it out, I'm going to take this Japanese brush. This is the 915 brush. And I'm just going to do patting motions really, really light. You never want to do harsh pressure when you're blending anything out. It'll just remove the product. So, just going to tap over it. If you have oily skin, I feel like you could still use this foundation because it doesn't really feel oily on my skin. It just looks dewy. So, yeah, if you have oily foundation, if you have oily skin, I think you could still use this. Unless you don't want to look oily. Also, excuse my hair and outfit. Not feeling the best today, so just wearing whatever. Didn't do my hair. Life. So now for the under eyes, I'm going to take the NYX Dark Circle Corrector. This is in the shade 02, and I'm going to take that same Japanese brush and just swirl it in here. And just again, applying really light pressure. This is really pigmented actually, like I barely am touching my face right now. And it is going so far. This is orange undertoned or peach. So it'll help cancel out the blue. Whenever you're trying to cancel out a color on your face, you want to look at a color wheel. And let's say you're trying to cancel out red, you would look across from the red. And it would be green, so you would put green to cancel it out. So then I'm just going to tap that out really lightly with my sponge. This sponge, I've noticed, stays really wet compared to the actual beauty blender, which isn't my favorite. I kind of like when it dries out a little bit, but it's probably the best one I've found besides the actual beauty blender. I hate when they're like really stiff and you can't get them to be soft. Also, a little trick I've been doing with my concealer lately is I've been putting it just lower, like, hold on, I'll show you. So usually I would take my concealer, even once I put the corrector on, and I would go all the way under here. But lately I've just been focusing it all right here because I was noticing that I was losing pigment and it would just look like I had white circles under my eyes, which is what I'm trying to prevent by doing these triangles. So by just applying it lower and blending up, I found that it helps to avoid that. I'm just going to apply some on my chin, the bridge of my nose, and my forehead to even out the highlight. And that same sponge. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna start out by blending it out with this. I don't know, that sponge is just staying really wet and I feel like it's just taking off all the product, so I'm just gonna start by blending it out with this. And then I'm going to go over everywhere really lightly that I just did the concealer with the Beauty Blender. Now, usually I use my RCMA No Color Powder to set my under eyes, which is really affordable. I think it's $12, I believe, 12 or 15. I believe it's 12. But you get 3 ounces. Hold on. I need to make sure I'm telling you this right. Yeah, you get 3 ounces. And this MAC one was 22. Oh. This MAC one was 22, and you only get 0.32 ounces, so not even half an ounce. So it's super affordable, but I wanted to keep it like something you could actually find in a drugstore. So I'm going to take this face contour palette by Beauty Treats, and I'm going to pick up this lightest shade right here, and I'm just going to take it on this Ulta brush. I'm just going to blend out one more time, and then pick up that shade and pack it on. These palettes, I think this palette was like $5 or $6, and it's actually really good. I have a blush one too. They're really pigmented. The only thing about this palette is that all of the contour shades are really orange. Some of them are even red. So, I mean, if you have any sort of a fair skin tone, you can't contour with this. I mean, you can if you want to, but personally, I like to stick with the grayer tones. But yeah, the highlight shades are really, like, these shades right here are nice. This has shimmer in it. This white highlight shade is like disgusting, honestly, but yeah, these shades right here all have shimmer. I don't know if you can see that. These, and this, if you care. I don't know. Maybe you do. And then I'm actually just going to take that same shade and just set everywhere else we put that highlight with the concealer. Now, just by feeling it compared to using the RCMA, now that I've used it, I definitely like the RCMA No Color Powder way more. I don't have a drugstore contour shade that I like, so I'm just going to cream contour a little bit with the NYX Incredible Waterproof Concealer. This is in the shade 08 Nutmeg, and I'm just going to apply it on my cheekbones. Or under my cheekbones, not on them, and around here, a little bit here, just go here, and then a few dots to even it out. I'm going to start by taking this e.l.f. brush. This is, it doesn't have a name, but it's the one that looks like this, and I'm just going to tap and blend up. Okay, I was going to go in with the stippling brush just to blend it out a little bit more, but that honestly did most of it. But I'm just gonna still go in a little bit. And now I'm just gonna bronze, and I'm gonna use the Milani bronzer in 04 Glow. I'm just gonna take a large angled brush and just go over what we we did. We don't really need to use a contour shade because that already contoured for us. Now for blush, I'm going to go with the Milani blush in 05 Luminoso. And I'm going to take a Real Techniques blush brush. Yes, blush brush. Blush brush. I'm just going to swirl it on there. And I like to take it on the apples of my cheeks and go back. If you guys want to see a more in-depth foundation routine or how I do my face makeup, I'll leave a link to that down below. To kind of set everywhere we haven't set so far, I'm going to go in with this Revlon Nearly Naked setting powder in the shade 10 Fair. And I'm almost out. It's a really good, like, powder. And I kind of forgot about it. I'm just going to set where we haven't set yet. I feel like that bronzer kind of like took off my makeup. I don't know. It might have been the brush, but we'll go with it. I haven't tried this yet, but I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible Ice Latte Pressed Pigment in Ice Latte 888. I'm going to take that on a Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to try to use this for highlights. So I'm going to go on really lightly because, I don't know, maybe not so light. It's actually really pretty. Just got a little bit on the tip of my nose. And then dragging it up. And hit a little bit above here. And the Cupid's bow. That's really pretty. Okay, now for eyes, I'm going to prime using the concealer. I'm just going to set all that using this NYX shadow in the shade Lace. Just taking it on a fluffy brush and setting that. Okay, today we're going to be playing with this palette. This is the CoverGirl True Naked palette, and the thing is upside down. And this is in the number 815 Roses. That took me forever, and it's right there. Okay. So I'm just going to take that same fluffy brush, and I'm going to start off by picking up this shade right here. It's kind of a light pink. And I'm just going to dust that in the crease as our transition shade. Now I'm going to pick up my MAC 217, and I'm just going to go in with this shade right here that's a little darker. And I'm just going to do the same thing, but I'm going to keep it a little bit lower. And I'm going to be pretty light-handed with this. Now I'm just going to take a smaller brush. This is, I don't know what this is, it has no name, but it's just like a little fluffy small brush. And I'm going to take the shade, I think I'm going to start by taking the shade, but I'll probably end up taking the shade. So I'm just going to take this shade right here. And I'm just going to put this on the outer corner. They're really blendable, and I think they're pigmented. It was like $11 maybe. Nothing bad at all. Now for the lid color, I'm going to take the same fluffy brush but this side, and I'm just going to pick up, I'm going to start by picking up this shade. This one's like a little sparklier, but I don't want to go too dark, so we'll see what this one looks like. I'm just going to pack it on the lid. I don't think I want to go any darker, but I think I'm going to take that L'Oreal Infallible shade we used to highlight, and I'm going to go over that on my lid to add a little bit more. Ba-ba-boom. And then I'm going to take, once I have it on my brush, I'm going to take some eye drops. This kind of takes place of Fix Plus. It does the same thing, but obviously you can buy it at the drugstore. And I'm just going to put some on my brush, not a lot. And then apply it to my lid. And it just will kind of help make it more metallic. And then also up onto the brow bone. And I'm just going to take a packing brush, or a flat brush, and I'm going to take this middle shade we used, and like a touch of the one next to it, and just run that on the lower lash line. Okay guys, so I went ahead and did my brows, and then my camera overheated, so all I did was I put this mascara on as a base for my top lashes, and then I followed up with this, and put this as my lower lash line. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic. and this is Maybelline the Falsies Volume Express. And I put chapstick on my lips, just like a chapstick. And then I took the NYX lip liner in the shade 860 Peekaboo Natural and lined it, and that is all I did. If you enjoyed this look, please leave a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe, tell your parents to subscribe, your friends, your grandparents, your sister, your brother, your mother-in-law, everyone, just tell them to subscribe. Tell them to come here. Look at me. No, I'm just kidding, but seriously. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this look. It's really easy, affordable. Again, everything I used was from the drugstore besides my brows, but there's something at the drugstore you can use for your brows, I'm sure. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye guys.